Alrighty, well, right here in the pink there, that's Astoria. We left there a couple days ago and went out about 25 miles, about right out in here, and then sailed down to about right here, and then cut back in, and we ended up in Newport. Right there, been there for, this will be my second night here. So it was, it was a little over a 100-mile run. It was 36 hours. It was pretty snotty because all the weather was coming out of the south, and it was hit me. I knew it would be, so I kind of wanted to take this course rather than come straight down. I wanted to kind of quarter the waves. And then about in here though, the wind shifted, and I knew that was going to happen too. So this was slow going, and then when I get to about right in here, right off Garibaldi, the wind shifted and I could sail. I was doing 7 knots all the way down to probably in here, and then it kind of died, but then it went to 5. But I made good time to Newport. Got in here, been here for a couple days. Now I'm headed back out and headed down to Coosbay. So that's where I'll be. Okay, see ya. There's a race of men who don't fit in, a race that can't stay still. So they break the hearts of kith and kin, and they roam the world at will. They range the fields and they rove the floods, and they climb the mountain's crest. This is theirs, the gypsy women. They don't know how to rest. If they just go straight, they might go far. They are strong and brave and true, but they are tired of the things that are and want the strange to do. And each forgets as he strips and runs with these fitful, brilliant tastes. It's the steady, quiet, haughty ones who win in the lifelong race. Ha, he's the legion's lost. He was never meant to win. He's a rolling stone, he's the bread and the bone. He's the man who won't fit in. That's Robert Service. Anyway, pretty nice out here on the Pacific coast. Going down the Oregon coast, I'm probably 10 or 12 miles off, and it settled down a little bit. It was the first 5 or 6 hours, it was kicking up. They were only calling for 4-footers, but there were 8 or 10 footers out there. The waves were breaking and hissing back there, and finally it settled down. So it's pretty nice. It'll be good because I didn't want to deal with that at night because I'm under sail right now. I'm doing 6 knots downwind with just the jib up, and I had 80 miles to go, and I've already gone 30, so I only got about 50 more miles to go, which will put me in front of Coosbay, I don't know, maybe midnight, something like that. And then I'm just going to have to hang out because I can't cross the bar for another 11 hours. I got to just hang out in the ocean. But it's going to be cool because, as you can see, there's no clouds in the sky, and I'm going to be on the ocean with the stars. It's just going to be phenomenal, and probably bioluminescence. I see them all the time in the water. So hopefully it doesn't get too rowdy out here. Anyway, just wanted to quote a little poem for you. We've got sunset, we've got some whales that are out here. They're pretty close to the boat. See if they'll surface again. Hopefully it's going to lay down for the night. It's been pretty spicy today. Oh, well, they were right behind us. Of course I missed it with the GoPro, so. attention to the sailing here. I think Uncle Otto's getting tired. Uncle Otto is right there. I don't let that run too long because it's in these seas, it's a little bit too much for it. It's gonna ruin it. But all right, I was hoping to show you some whales. Maybe, I'm sure another time. Yeah, they're getting a little bigger. Oh, baby. I don't know what those are. 12. Oh. Well, it's about due south, 185 degrees. It's not quite what I want to steer, but I'll take along at 5 knots. It's a little hard on the autopilot. I'm not sure what the, I don't know if it can handle the seas. They're pretty good size. Not all of them, just some of them. Well, we made it to Coosbay about midnight. It's about 3 in the morning. So there's a bunch of fishing boats out there. About 13 miles offshore, but I'm hove to. You probably can't see it up there. Anyway, I got the boat hove to 13 miles off, and I'm just hanging out here till daylight, and then I still got to wait until 11. I still got to wait until 11 a.m. to cross that bar, if it's open. Hopefully it's open. But it's a beautiful night. You probably can't see the star. Maybe you can. There, you can see some stars up there. The whole sky is filled with stars, and you can see the Milky Way, which is incredible. Of course, you guys probably can't see it, but anyway, I just hove the boat to, went down, made a pot of coffee, and kind of just sitting in the cockpit. Might take a nap here. Just basically park the boat out in the ocean. I got a sail up there that I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe. It's kind of lit up a little bit. I got the lights on so the boats can see me. But I got the sail backed and the tiller lashed off to the side, so it just kind of just sits in the water and scallops. It makes good. It makes good. Maybe at 3/4 of a knot. I'm kind of moving at about 3/4 of a knot. So it's no, I'm not going. I'm pretty much parked. It's just a technique to park the boat out in the ocean when when you want to take a break, or you want to cook something, or the weather's bad. You can park the boat, and so that's what we're doing. We got her parked, and yeah, just hanging out, waiting for daylight. The wind's blowing a little bit, but it was an awesome sail down here. I sailed the entire way. I didn't turn on the engine at all. I was doing 6-7 knots for the last 80 miles, and the only reason I stopped is because I got here. I thought about just to keep going to California, but yeah, I'm going to be too burnt out. I'm tired as it is. I got up yesterday morning early, took off, so I've been doing these overnighters and then resting a day or two in port. I don't know which is quicker, to just try to do smaller hops one day at a time, or hey, quiet down there, bucket, or to do the longer ones like I'm doing overnight and then rest for 2 days. I don't think it makes much difference, I guess. But I am trying to push because the weather's pretty good. It's easy to get stuck in port for you know, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks if a front blows in here. So I'm trying to get, I want to be in Crescent City by, I'd like to be in there by September 1st. So right now I made it to Coosbay. I'm about 100 miles from Crescent City. So if I can get in here and rest for a day or two and the weather holds, then I'm going to do another overnighter and just bolt for Crescent City. That'll put me in Northern California. That puts me in range to Frisco. So it will, you know, Eureka's maybe 55 miles south of Crescent City, so I can make that hop. And then I got to wait for the weather to get around Cape Mendocino, and then get around Cape Mendocino and head right for Frisco. So I think Frisco's maybe 175 miles from Crescent City. So once that's my milestone right there. Once I get to Frisco, then you know, that's the big one for me, because I know the weather changes south of there. You know, you don't have as much adverse weather as you do in this northern part of the Pacific here. So just that's what we're doing. Been pretty nice out. Pretty nice. So, all right, we'll chat at you later. Probably can't see me anyway.